book I reread every year is How to Be Miserable by Randy J. Paterson. And this book asks, how would we go about creating the most miserable person we could? And this is actually really useful. The author notes that there are lots of books out there that consider what the good life consists of. How can we make our lives better? How can we be happy? And oftentimes this advice is conflicting. Maybe what's more useful is defining the negative space, the not to-do list, and perhaps from doing that we can infer some positives. It's a really funny read, but one of the reasons why I like this book so much is that this style of thinking, of considering how to achieve the opposite of what you really want, I find really useful as a way of translating what I intellectually know I probably ought to do to an emotional place, which then further translates into a change in behavior. So for an example, I am prone to low moods from time to time. I get melancholic spells. So sometimes I'll think to myself, how would I go about prolonging this as far as possible? How would I deepen my misery? Well, I would not talk to anyone. I would ruminate on it as far as possible. I wouldn't move. I would stay inside. You get it. It's pretty obvious. But the reason why this helps me is that I will generally be conscious at first of the things that I ought to do, but not doing those things will feel sort of like a neutral choice. I'm just not adding whatever positivity to my life. In this thought experiment, though, it makes the point that actually this omission of doing the right thing, the positive thing as you perceive it, is still a choice. You're just choosing to go down the negative path. And for whatever psychological reason, be it loss aversion, I'm not a psychologist, for me it helps jolt me out of this and go, wait a second, I'm actually actively going down something that I don't want to do rather than passively avoiding something that I do want to do. And this helps shift me away from what I was doing. I also find it's quite funny. And I think that levity is underrated when it comes to thinking about problems because it helps detach us in a sort of pleasant way. Suppose you want to make more friends and cultivate your existing friendships. How would we do the opposite of that? Well, we would never take the initiative in organizing things with our existing friends. We would be slow to respond. We would take it personally when someone doesn't organize something with us. We would not take an active interest in the lives of others. We would not go to events where we could meet new people. And then again, when you go through all this, you go, wait, okay, I don't want to fall down that rabbit hole because I'm actively doing the series of actions that's going to lead me to the choice I don't want. It's a good book. I'd recommend it.